You're not tired because life is hard. You're tired because you're trying to control everything. You're trying to control outcomes, people, timing, success, failure. You're trying to control all of it. But here's the truth: control is just an illusion. You were never meant to hold everything together. You were never meant to hold everything together. You were meant to learn to let go. Welcome back to the Marcus Allgood Show. Today we're talking about the illusion of control and learning to let go. It is one thing that I have struggled with over the past and have learned, and now my daughter struggles with it. And so I'm excited to get into this podcast, and I appreciate everybody liking, sharing, and just listening to the podcast and downloading it. If you get any value out of this, please share it with anybody that you know. The illusion of control. We love control because it feels safe. It gives us the illusion that we can protect ourselves from the pain, the disappointment from ourselves, or even the uncertainty of everything around us. But what we're really protecting is our own fear. Control is a survival mechanism. It's your mind saying, if I can manage everything, I'll never get hurt again. If I can control it, it's not going to hurt me. We try to control people, how they act, what they think, and how they feel about us. We want to try and change that person into what we think they should be. We try to control the outcomes, forcing things to happen on our timeline. We've done that. It usually does not pay off very well when you do force it on the timeline. If you just go with it and it gets turned down, then just roll with it. Don't try and force it. Forcing it usually brings a bad outcome. We try to control life, but life has never agreed to our plans. You can't control the life. You can figure out different ways of which way you're going, but you're definitely not going to be able to control it. The more we try to hold it all, the heavier it feels. It feels like this giant weight's on the back, just weighing you down the whole time. It's that point in time in your life where you're trying to control it all. Everything just feels like it's falling apart, and you just let it eat you from the inside out, and you start drinking, you start doing drugs, or you start losing control of yourself by going down the deeper, sadder part, getting into depression, things like that. And the answer was just to let it all go. Control doesn't create peace, it kills it. The tighter you grip, the more you lose. The harder it is to get out of it too. Like once you think you're in control of everything, and it starts going out of the way you thought it was going to, that's when you start losing it. You start just getting depressed, start drinking, doing drugs. Like I said, like you just go down the wrong path. It's like you were supposed to take a right, but you took a left. And you're like, I got this. And you got to let that go. Let the man upstairs take care of it. Let whoever you think about take control of that. Don't try and control it yourself. It's already out there. Why we cling to the control. Fear of uncertainty. When we don't know what's next, we panic and overmanage. A lot of that creates anxiety, causes fear. And fear is just false evidence appearing real. And it's just one of those things that you just need to realize that it's okay to be uncertain. You don't have to know everything. If I knew everything, yeah, life would be a lot easier. But do you think I know when the next sale's coming, or how many people are coming in the shop, or what did we do wrong? What did we do right? Like, we don't know. Like, I could run myself ragged every day thinking about all these uncertainties that don't ever happen or will never come to me to find out what actually the problem was. Like, there's so many uncertainties I could just run ragged and just like get my anxiety up, get my stress levels boiling, and just ruin my life with it. Fear of failure. If we control every detail, we can't be blamed when things go wrong. Even if you think you're controlling it, you're still gonna get blamed. Even if it is wrong, even if it's right, you get blamed for it. Just forget about that. Fear of rejection. We all fear rejection. We all want to just be liked. We shape shift and manage perception so people won't leave or disapprove. We do it in the shop when we're selling houses, everything. We do it all the time. We just need to figure out who we are and just go with it. It's good. Like, that's who you are. It's your authentic self. Egos, those things will play tricks on you. Control tricks us into believing we're powerful, but it's just a mask for insecurity. And a lot of times, I mean, I'm pretty confident in like walking in a room, but I still have those insecurities of, do people like me? Are they talking about me? Like, all those things still go through my head, but you still have to, like, take a deep breath, throw your shoulders back, chest up, and just walk into the room. Make sure everybody knows who you are. Like, say hi, smile at people, nod at them, shake their hands, tell them, ask them what their name is, all sorts of things. Just go in there with confidence. Don't let the ego go in there and thinking you're better than everybody else. Nobody's better than anybody in this world. We're all born from the same God, and we're born from the same people, pretty much. Like, nobody's better than anybody else. Some people might make better decisions. Some people might make poorer decisions, and that's just the way life goes. Think about it. Control is rooted in fear. Letting go is rooted in trust. Control says, I need to manage everything to feel safe. Trust says, I can handle whatever happened next. That's the faith that you have to get through life, that where it's not going to stress you out. Like, everything's going to work out. Like, how long can you handle it before you get fully stressed out? That is the name of the game. Can you have the faith long enough for it to work out before you start stressing out? Do you have the faith long enough for it to fix what's wrong? Or sometimes you got to have faith that's not going to work out because you don't want it to work out. It could go both ways, but you have to have the faith. And just remember, you can always count the dots going backwards, but you have to have faith to keep moving forward and you have to know deep in your bones that it's going to work out in the long run. The consequences of control: the more you try to control, the less peace you feel. You become anxious, frustrated, and reactive. You just get all jumpy and jittery. And here's the paradox. Control doesn't actually give you more control. It gives you more chaos. More, just everything's like pounding inside your head, just like going crazy. The chaos is the anxiety. Like, chaos, our brains don't like. You ever open the fridge and your fridge is dirty? That's just creating more chaos. If you clean it, you open it up, you're like, oh man, this is so nice. You get that sense of, I guess, control back a little bit. It's not really like full control, but you're giving your brain a break of all the chaos. You can't control what other people think, only how you show up. And that's kind of what I was talking about. Show up with confidence, like your shoulders back, your chest up. Look at people in the eye, getting excited to meet new people. But you can't control what they think. And I know I portray those thoughts onto myself. Like, oh my gosh, they probably think I'm just some jacked up meathead that doesn't know anything. Or this guy probably just looks like he's got an ego from, just conceited. All he probably does is like look at himself in the mirror. All sorts of different things that go through my head. But I put that stuff aside and I just go in there and talk to people, chest up, knowing that I am who I am. I love working out. And just because they might think something different, it doesn't have to do anything to do with me. You can't control outcomes, only your effort and response. You can't control timing, only your patience. And patience is one thing that we all lack and that we all need to work on. Because a lot of times we think it's one day when it could be a year, it could be 2 years. Like, we don't know how long it's going to take to get out of the season that we're in, to get into the next season. Or, are we in a bad time? How long does it take to get to good time? Or even, are you in the good times knowing there's a bad time coming? It's not always like this. It's going to be ups and downs all the time. And it just depends on how long you can be patient and how long you can hold the faith. The harder you hold on, the more you push away what you're actually chasing. Peace, connection, and the freedom. The freedom is what you're really chasing. The freedom is what you're after. And the more you are faithful, the more peace and freedom you're going to have. Here's the freedom in letting go. Letting go isn't about apathy. It's not saying, I don't care. I'm saying, I care deeply, but I'm done trying to control what's not mine. You still can care. Like, it's still okay. Like, you still care, but you don't have to go deep into it. You don't have to make everybody else miserable around you because everything's not going the right way. Like weddings. Weddings is a prime example. Like, the bride that can just let go is going to have a much better time at her wedding than one that's running around making sure everything's right. And when one thing goes wrong, she thinks the whole day is going to be ruined. It's not ruined. It's still a wedding. You're still getting married. It should still be the happiest time of your day. happiest time of your life. And nobody's going to care that the cake was cut early or that the person didn't sit in the right spot. The juice was delivered too late. Who it's okay. Life's going to move on. When to let go, or when you let go, you stop overthinking every outcome. You stop trying to fix people who aren't ready. You stop fighting the same battles you were never meant to win. You start trusting that things unfold when and how they're supposed to. Not on your timeline, but on God's timeline. Not like this is where patience comes in. Like you have to be patient. And I'm being super patient with everything that's going on in my life. Yeah, I want more sales and more people to help, but it's just not there right now. And I'm just being more patient and just trying to get things out there that are going to help. You can't receive with clenched fists. You got to let go to let in. Letting go creates space for something better to arrive. Peace doesn't come from control. It comes from surrender. Kind of like your closet. If your closet is completely full, you got to get rid of some stuff to be able to bring new stuff in. Else it's just not gonna fit. Same with letting go with control. Like you have to let it go to let the good stuff in. So how do we practice letting go? You got to ask the hard question. What am I trying to control right now that isn't mine to fix? What am I trying to do that is not in my control, but I'm trying to control? Once you identify it, consciously release it. Say, oh, it's okay. Kind of like your fridge. Or not your fridge, but, if something bad happens, like your car breaks down or something, you can't control it breaking down. It's just the part failed, and you gotta go with it. Just release it. Just say, okay, let's go fix it. Focus on what you can control: your attitude, your effort, your response, and your energy. That's a circle of power. Those things are definitely something you can control. You wake up, and you're either in a good mood or a bad mood. You set the tone. I try and wake up in a good mood every day. I try and put in the effort. I try and give the responses that I need to. And I try and bring the energy that I'm trying to bring every day. I don't want to try and feed off of somebody else's energy. I want to bring the energy that I have, that I wake up with, that I'm excited about. Accept the unknown. Growth requires uncertainty. Stop trying to predict outcomes and start preparing for opportunity. We don't know what's coming. Your $1 million deal might come on the next phone call. You never know. And of course, another bill might come in, or you might owe some money, or your car breaks down, or something breaks in the house. So all sorts of things that are going to happen, but there's no need to get upset and freak out over and just create stress for everybody around you. Trust the process. Faith isn't believing everything will be easy. It's believing everything will be used for your good. Let people be who they are. You can inspire change in others, but you can't force it. Release the expectation that everyone will move at your pace. And once you really figure that one out, life gets a lot easier. Nobody is the same as you. Nobody's going to have the same thought process as you. It's just, you got to figure it out that if they're coming up to kind of your level, 70% of your level, then it's good to go. Here's the challenge for this week. Write down everything you're trying to control. The people, the outcomes, the what ifs. What ifs drive me bonkers. Then cross out everything that isn't yours to manage. Whatever's left, that's your focus. The rest, release it. Because the more you let go, the lighter you feel. The lighter you feel, the clearer you think. And when your hands are open, life finally has room to bless you. And just remember, the what ifs, they're what ifs. They're made up. It's not even going to happen. 99% of the time, they don't even happen. But that's the pod. I appreciate everybody listening, and share it if you got any value out of this. And I hope you can release some control over some of the things in your life today. Thanks a lot. Bye.